Hello everyone! Today I'm going to make coasters, white coasters with gold leaf inside. First thing we gotta do is to make sure everything is ready. So make sure to cover your table with plastic foil or baking paper. Because resin is very hard to take off something when it's dried. Then make sure you have cups to put different colors in, your torch to burst the air bubbles, your color pigments, my gold leaf, and your mold, of course. And I've already made my resin. The ratio of mine is 100 of the resin and 60 of the hardener. But I know in most resins it's ratio 100 over 50. You can see now it's very foggy, and you have to mix it until it's clear. So mostly that takes about 3 minutes. All my materials are from polyestershoppen.nl, from a Dutch site, because I live in Belgium. So you can see already it's much clearer than before. Of course we're gonna have air bubbles, but we can take them out with the torch later. And also make sure you have clothes on that are not your prettiest or most expensive clothes, because it's very hard to get epoxy or resin out of your clothes. Okay, this is clear enough. Now I have three different kinds of white actually. I don't know how to name them, but this is like white, like gold white. This is more of a warm white. I don't know if you can see the difference on the camera. And this is white, but with a bit of gray, brown. I don't know, it's all white, but the one is more warm or more colder than the other one. I like to use more than one tin because they mix very beautifully. So now I'm going to divide in different cups. I like to use paper cups because it's better for the environment and because you can squeeze them, so it's easy to pour that way. Which color should I pick first? I think I'm going to go with the white, the gold white. It's important to find a balance between that you have enough pigment so it's not really see-through anymore, but not too many pigment, because one, it's very expensive, and two, because it will sink to the bottom and you may have clutters in it. So I'm mixing. I like to use a big spatula for mixing the epoxy itself, for the resin, and then small spatulas for the colors, because this is way thicker and heavier than this. and the smaller ones are cheaper to buy. Okay, I think that's mixed good. So that was the white, and now the warm white. Oops, a bit too much. You will see the difference in a second. It's mixing. Okay, very big difference. You can see it better now. It's put into this. I don't know if you can see it from the camera. Maybe I'll post a picture later when I'm done. And then another cup. A little bit more. And then, which color I didn't use yet. Oh, okay. You can see the difference now, very good. The first one is really white. The second one is more like a pearl, I don't know, like almost rose goldy pearl. And the third one is more gold pearl. So, I don't know if you can see it. So this is the gold pearl. I'll hold it next to the more rose gold pearl, more pinkish pearl. Don't know if you can see it very well. And this is like the white. I think I'm going to start with the gold whites. Yes, I'm going to do that. Because this will be nice with the gold edges that I'm going to do at the end. So, we are going to start. I'm very excited about it. So I squeeze, very good. So I have a small line instead of everything coming all at once. And I'm going to start with the edges. Okay, make sure I have enough in the last one. Okay, now I'm going to first do a little bit of clear. So this is clear resin with a little bit of gold leaf. I'm going to need another spatula. I also use wooden sticks for the environment instead of plastic sticks. So the gold leaf is very expensive, so be careful with it. Okay, that's about enough. Maybe I'll take some more later on. And we'll mix that as well. So I don't know if you can see it. Okay, and now I'm going to pour a little bit in the center, like this. Okay, just a little bit, that's enough. It's best to do it in clear instead of just putting the gold leaf in. Because on the rice it's not going to be even and you're going to have bumps in your coasters. I see here is a shortage of the gold pearl, so I'm going to try to squeeze a little bit more out of my cups. All the leftovers out. Okay, that's better. And then I'm going to make sure it goes to the edges. So, next thing, I'm going to make sure all the edges are filled. I'm just doing it with my spatula. It's very important to make sure your table is level. Mine isn't, so not 100%. So that's a bit tricky when doing coasters. But hey, it makes it more natural that way. Make sure all the holes are filled. Only here. Okay. And then we'll do the white. So this color. I always stir a little bit again. I don't know why, I don't know if I need to, but I just do so all my pigment is evenly spread. So, next line. Oh yeah, you can really see the difference now between the two colors of white. In the package it was more hard to tell the difference. So try to do it evenly, but of course they are not going to be identical, but that's also the beauty of it. Makes it more natural and handcrafted, handmade. Okay, just a little bit left. I'm going to use it next. You can see the gold white and the white whites flowing into each other. That's the fun part about working with resin. Now I'm going to use the rosy pearl. I don't know if it's going to match with the other colors, but we'll see. To put it here. Okay. Going to do a little bit between the gold and the white we did before to give it a nice kind of flow. Resin levels itself, so that's very easy. You don't have to worry if you put more or less on one spot, because it does all the work for you really. Need to make some circles. Tiny bit left. Okay. So look. Now I see a lot of air bubbles, so I'm going to use my torch. You have to go over it really quickly because you don't want the molds to melt. Going to make it a little bit bigger flame. Yes, that's better. So it's a lot more golden than I expected. The problem with resin is that the lighter colors sink to the bottom, so the white colors, so I'm going to make a little bit more of that. Okay, so let's put in a little bit more white. Okay, let's stir so all the pigment is divided into the raisin. You really have to work it in there, because you all want it to be evenly colorful and not transparent. Okay, this is quite good. So again, I'm going to pour. I like it more white around the center. Because it's too rosy gold right now. Of course, the white sinks again, so we have the same problem. Next time I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of the dark colors and make a bigger amount of the light colors so they stay on top more. Now I did it evenly because I wanted each color to be evenly earned in the coasters, but the light color sinks, so that's what's not a good idea. Okay, going to make sure I use everything because resin is very expensive. In my craft store it was about 20-25 euros for half a liter. So half a liter of the resin and 300 milliliters of the hardener. So 0.8 liters altogether. And with that you can make 2 or 3 sets. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the gold leaf. Where is my spatula? I'm going to take a new one because the other ones are already wet. Okay, I'm going to open it a little bit more. Oh, it's already stuck to my glove. Okay, that should be enough, more than enough. Right now you see huge chunks in there, but once I mix it, they become smaller. Make sure all the gold leaf is in the mixture because you don't want to waste the expensive gold leaf. Oh my gosh, this is very, very beautiful. Okay, time to pour. I like when the gold leaf is in the center. Because the shapes are not round and all the shapes look different. I like it when you have a center, so otherwise it's too much of the forms. But when I use round molds, I don't use a center that much, and I make it very asymmetrical. But right now it's already super asymmetrical because of the forms of the shapes of the mold. So I don't want it to be even more symmetrical. Okay, and now I'm going to use my torch again because there are a lot of new air bubbles. So be quick. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to look at the sides for hidden air bubbles. Let's see a few here. Do it very quickly so the molds don't melt. This one is okay. On the center. Here, center as well. Okay, what about you? Nothing on the sides. So center a little bit, because that's where we poured now. And just to be sure, another round. Okay, that should be enough. Put the log back on. I'm going to clean a bit of my molds. I'm a bit of a dirty aircrafter. I always mess. It's better to take it off when it's still wet, but when it's dry you can just scratch it off. Okay, so I hope you can see my molds very good. I'm I'm not going to touch it because everything will go to there, and I really want the gold leaf in the center. I will let this rest for 24 hours and then I'll take them out of the mold and take pictures for you so you can see it on my Instagram account, the result. And when they are completely dry, it takes about 7 days to really harden out. And then I'm going to do the border in a gold color. So, hello guys, welcome back. So I let these white coasters dry for about 2 days, a little more than 24 hours, just to be sure that they are completely dry. And now the most fun part, the unmolding. Very curious about, okay, wait, I'll show you the front side first. This is the top. Now let's look at the bottom. So this is the top. You can see around the edges it's a gold white pearl, and this is more white. and then with the gold leaf in the middle. And then the back side is more white instead of gold white. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I'll post a picture later. So the top side and the bottom. Top and the bottom. Top side more gold and the bottom more white. Which side do you prefer? Do you prefer the more white side like this or the gold side? I don't know, I like the gold with the gold leaf, but I also like the white. I really don't know. Tell me in the comments which side you prefer. So the last one, the top and the bottom. So these are the top sides. I don't know if you can see it well. And then this are the bottom sides. So I'll post a picture later. I hope you like my coasters. And please let me know which side you prefer most. And see you next week for another coaster video. It will really help if you would share and subscribe, like, comments. Everything can help me a lot. So thank you.